Gray is
Good
here.
morning, America.
On the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans.
Oops.
It's Friday.
Yeah, there it goes.
You're ready to get Friday started.
Yeah, I'm just a little anxious. Yeah. 888-933-93. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. By the way, Pat Gray Unleashed, sponsored by ExpressVPN. Why haven't you gotten a VPN yet? Visit expressvpn.com/unleashed. And don't let people know what you're doing on the line. It's none of their business. All right. Also, none of their business, but they're making it their business. Where Californians are going, where New Yorkers are going, where any Americans are going, what they're doing. But the governments around the country, state, local, and even the feds, even the federal government, take it a little bit more than they're supposed to be taking. California Governor Gavin Newsom just ordered the state, everybody in the state, to stay home. All statewide residents must stay at home amid the coronavirus. He said, we need to bend the curve in the state of California. There's a social contract here. Is there? People, I think, recognize the need to do more. They will begin to adjust and adapt, as they have been quite significantly. We have social pressure, and that will encourage people to do the right thing. They're so good at this. They're so good at making you think that you're a bad person if you want your freedom, that you're a bad person if you believe in the Constitution, and that the government can't take these powers upon themselves. I don't care what's going on. The only time it matters is when we're in a state of crisis. That's the only.
You can still go out.
That's the only. I can still go out. Where can I go?
Still go out. You can get groceries. You can get prescriptions.
Okay,
and
good.
health care. And if
Nice.
your job is deemed essential,
Yeah.
you can go out.
Oh.
So what are you whining about?
Your job must not be essential, since you're not out.
I am in the quarantine bunker.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Man,
So
are you in the same place you were the other day?
Yeah.
You are. Okay.
Can you start hanging up some posters or something
Yeah,
behind
put
you?
something
Sure.
behind you that's
Yeah.
of interest, maybe.
Sure, I can.
Okay.
I can if you'd like. I mean, that's.
I would
fine.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, we would like that.
Like a picture, like a Monet or something like that. I mean, just kind of liven it up a little bit.
Okay.
Cool.
How are things at home?
I'll do that. Oh man, fantastic, fantastic! It's so much fun.
Yeah. Well, you have a social contract, right? You have
I do.
You understand.
I do.
You recognize the need to do more. Am I right?
You are 100% right. My wife is only, she's had a couple of HR complaints. That's it. So I'm good. I'm all right.
And who's she registering those complaints with?
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's just
I'll
weird.
bet she has complaints, though.
Wow. You know what?
I know
Amber,
I would.
Amber may be the biggest victim in all of this coronavirus stuff.
No
come
kidding.
to think of it.
Absolutely.
It's just weird. It's all. It's just, it's
It is
okay.
weird.
It's just weird not going out and going to work and doing your thing.
Yeah.
I want to play my part for, safety and security and health and all that good stuff, but it's just weird.
It is. It is weird. And it's weird how compliant we are. And I don't know, should we be? Everybody's telling me, yeah, we need to. Well, I guess. I don't know. I'm not convinced of that. I'm not convinced the government has the power to mandate that we stay in our homes.
We're giving it to them.
Mm-hmm.
We are, yeah.
We're giving it to them right now, Pat. And I don't know either. I don't know how much farther we as the American sheep are going to be pushed.
Right.
It's pretty. I mean, it seems that we're pretty close to the edge right now, where we got to start maybe saying, "Wait a second here," but we're not there yet. We're still letting them.
Yeah, without any. I mean, we're not even questioning it. We're not even putting up a fight. We're not even saying, "Hey, wait a minute. You don't have that kind of power to tell me I can't go anywhere. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What is this?
They're even
Russia or Soviet Union?"
I can't go places. I can't see people. I can't gather with more in Texas. More than 10. More than 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. You're gonna just shut my business down? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the way they're going to enforce this in California, I don't know if you saw the clip last night. Jeffy, you sent this to us. You want to play the clip of the L.A. mayor?
I'm Chris Cuomo.
People are getting guns. They're going crazy. I'm saying crime is actually way down and generosity is way up. This is different than a riot or a public safety emergency. This is a public health emergency. And we have to remember that it's on all of us to do this. But we're certainly going to deputize many city employees to walk those streets, to drive around. If we see any folks that are still open, we'll just pay them a visit and let them know that this is something that they have to comply with, and it's for their own health. In the very rare cases where somebody doesn't comply, of course, we can't enforce that.
It's not unusual in times of panic to see people buying up guns and ammunition. It doesn't help when you have state TV saying that the Democrats are using coronavirus as a reason to take people's guns away.
State TV. This guy.
That's chilling. And we're going to force them to do it, and they just have to know it's for their own good.
Can you
just
imagine
doing it for their own
a
good.
City administrator, somebody, just some low-level paper pusher at the city of Los Angeles, at City Hall? You're going to deputize them, and they're going to walk around, and they're going to make sure that I'm compliant?
Yes, because I'm sure they've been highly trained in crowd control.
Yeah.
Oh, that's happening.
Oh, yeah.
This
You give them the,
right?
You give them the crossing guard vest, and they have got the power.
Yes.
They have got the power.
Doesn't end well.
Are we going to also enlist some mall cops in this effort?
Of course.
Because they actually have a little training. So let's bring out the mall cops too. The mall cops and the city workers who do the lawns and things for the city. Those are the ones I trust to keep everybody where they are in place, sheltering in place at all times. Newsom said, home isolation is not my preferred choice, but it's a necessary one. This is not a permanent state. This is a moment in time. Here's the problem. We don't know how long that moment is. And you can't do it for a second constitutionally, as far as I'm concerned. You can't do it for 1 second, let alone a moment in time.
Why do you want people to die? Wow.
That's the thing. That's the thing. You just want people to die.
These cuts are blood money. People will die.
Yep.
Let's be very clear. Senate Republicans are paying for tax cuts for the wealthy with American lives.
People need kidneys, it's sad but decreed, yet the senator's hoarding one more than she needs. I offer this bill and I hope you'll vote aye, unless of course you just want people to die. Traffic deaths have many crying with fear. Over 30,000 people are dying each year. This modest change I propose must be applied, unless of course you just want people to die. Alcohol deaths are exceeding comparisons. Black people, white people, Native Americans. We need to ban alcohol. It can't be denied, unless of course you just want people to die. Murders are bad. They have no defenders, yet many are committed by repeat offenders. I say lifetime in prison, whatever the crime, unless of course you just want people to die. I don't have a bill or a groan to detail. I just need a short clip from my donor email. Tim, there's blood on your hands. You want people to die. That good? Cool. Tim, dinner at 5? Yeah, the car deaths I mentioned are terrible stuff. Doesn't seem one seatbelt is ever enough. You must vote for my act so that fewer will cry, unless of course you just want people to die. The carbs, the container, we cannot ignore. Whipped cream's killing more people than ever before. This bill would be passed and be ratified if those people that didn't want people to die. Why not weigh all the costs, the effects, the results, empathize with each other as if we were adults, use our brains to craft arguments, not vilify, see that freedom's a trade-off. You want people to die! I tried.
People to die!
Crossing the street is incredibly tough. People look left and right, but rarely look up.
Remy.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. And so appropriate for right now. If you oppose any of these measures, you just want people to die. It's for our own good. And if you don't know what's good for you, well, then the government has to decide. Right? You don't understand. You don't know what to do. You don't know what's good for you. We need our elite people, the people in office, like City Hall in Los Angeles, to make these decisions for us. Also, there was a prayer vigil going on in New York City. And watch what happened there. Police show up.
and they break it up.
And sorry,
time
everybody,
to disperse.
Move along. Stop praying.
Under the authority of the mayor's executive order number 99 and number 100.
Wow.
You must disperse. You must disperse.
That is chilling.
Those who do not follow this order are subject to arrest. Please disperse. Thank you.
Wow. Huh. That's
There we
America,
are. Yep.
2020. That's America. That looked like a movie scene. It sounded like a movie scene.
Yeah, it did.
Something from 1984. That's creepy. Okay, so don't be getting together with people and praying.
No.
Don't do that.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered, right? I mean, I know it was a prayer vigil, but hopefully, I mean, it's okay. You're just not supposed to gather. So
right,
it's not
under
really,
any circumstances.
Right, it doesn't matter whether you're praying or not. Just don't be gathering with more people than we say is say that you can. That's it. Period.
Just comply. That's all you have to worry about. Just comply.
Well,
just do what you're told.
Yeah, it's statute numbers 109 and 108 and 1-2.
Well, then it's official.
Otherwise,
it's official. If it has a statute number, it's obviously constitutional. Then, right? Well, they cited a statute, so we got to leave. All right. Thank you, officer. Sorry. I thought this was America for a minute.
My bad.
Sorry. Oh, man. You know, this after I was just feeling so proud for our country. Yesterday, I was talking about some of the things that were out of the grocery store I stopped at that day. And then yesterday, I went back to see if it was any better. And it was. They had plenty of bread. They had plenty of cold cuts. They had hot dogs again. Is this? I wanted to stand there and sing the national anthem. I was so dang proud of this country. Instead, I just sang "God Bless America" and belted it out of the top.
Did you
of my
record this
lungs
for
right
social
there.
media?
I did
you
not.
put it up on the gram?
I did not. Unfortunately,
What?
Darn it!
Opportunity lost.
Darn.
Okay, well, next time.
It would have been a treat. That would have been a real treat.
Next time you do that for us, would you?
Yes. Okay. So I also stopped by because I was curious on the way home. A restaurant I like to eat breakfast, and they were open. I was really surprised they were open. But
wow.
I went in and there's nobody sitting at the tables, and then it hit me.
Yeah,
they're open for takeout. I said, "Well, this got to be putting a crimp in your business." Oh yeah. So. How many restaurants are going to go out of business? How many bars? How many gyms? Theaters, movie theaters. Yeah, they're all closed now.
This will be whatever malls are still hanging on. This will do them in.
This could be their dagger. Yeah. So I guess today Universal releases some of their movies that are in theaters right now because nobody can go to the theater, so they're going to make them available on demand. Emma, for one, the new remake of Emma. That was done with Gwyneth Paltrow back in, 20 years ago, maybe. I think, The Hunt, that was so controversial with liberals hunting down conservatives. And one other movie that I can't remember right now, but it's in theaters. So, you get a little relief at home, I guess. You can watch a movie tonight. For $20 if you can afford it and you haven't lost your job. You don't work at a restaurant. Jeez. They're saying that our unemployment numbers next week, the numbers of people that don't have jobs right now, are going to be the highest ever. It's going to be some kind of record number.
I bet. Look, I don't know because there's no end date, right? There's no end game.
Right.
Americans would be fine. I mean, are going to be fine, but it would be so much better to know, okay, well,
how long?
July 1st or August 1st or even October, whatever it is, just give us a date. We'll work toward that.
Right. But this open-ended thing with no end in sight, with no light at the end of the tunnel, it's pretty tough. It's hard. And
I mean, there's plenty of money. Don't worry about the money. That's just silly. I'm not even talking about you just print more.
Right. Yeah. That's not a problem. The printing machines are still operating. It's not like we lost electricity.
Yeah. And right now the talk is, do we give money to all Americans? Do we give money to just those making less than a certain amount?
I heard 75,000 and under.
So, I mean, there's all sorts of stuff going on right now. The government wants to send money out. They're just trying to figure out how much into whom exactly.
They do. And it's not the right way to do it. if you're a Republican, if you're a conservative, the right way to do this to help people right now are tax breaks. Just stop all federal tax. All federal taxation is just temporarily suspended. Now, I guess you've got a problem there to where, well, if I don't have a job, I'm not making any money, and that doesn't help me at all.
Right.
But we could come up with a plan for those people as well. If you just lost your job, we can provide a different kind of safety net. But you don't just randomly, willy-nilly start sending $1,000, $2,000 checks to people on April 6th and May 18th or whatever that plan was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I mean, it's ridiculous. All right, let me take 60 seconds, tell you about Ashford University. We all have an idea of what our dream job looks like, but somebody's not just going to hand it over to you. The odds are you'll need at least a bachelor's degree to make whatever dreams you have a reality. And it's hard to go back to school when you're working. That's why I think you're going to love Ashford University. It's really convenient. It's really flexible. Their online bachelor's and master's degree programs allow you to learn at your own pace. You can study whenever you're the most comfortable learning. You can take one course at a time. There's no standardized test required. The SAT, GRE, GMAT, other standardized test scores are not required for enrolling at Ashford. It's also fully accredited by the WASC, Senior College and University Commission. So get on the road to earning your degree and making your dream job a reality. Enroll right now by going to ashford.edu/unleashed. That's ashford.edu/unleashed to start your degree today. ashford.edu/unleashed.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Had some tweets that came after the show yesterday. Let's see. People concerned about the fact that, just to muck it fudge. Pat is so bored with the lack of sports. Not only did he allow an animal video, but he actually showed interest in it. Did I really? I didn't mean to.
Yeah, the dogs running around the pool.
Wow, that was...
You were into it.
Huh. Also, Erica responded, I thought Amazon shutting down was the end of the world, but I was wrong. This is what signals the end of the world. Liking an animal video, I guess, is what she's referring to there. And Sure Girl M said that interest in animal videos means the world really is shutting down. And it certainly is. If he starts talking about eating kale, we'll know it's the apocalypse.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Also from Riker's toilet paper stash. Roker's, not Riker's. Roker's toilet paper stash. I was feeling fine about this stuff until I hear Pat Gray Unleashed actually initiated a conversation with a store employee. Now I'm going to worry.
Love it.
That was a concerning trip to the grocery store. It really was. Also from Craig, Corona isn't Trump's fault. Ebola wasn't Obama's.
Okay.
SARS wasn't Bush's. And in only a handful of cases was herpes Clinton's fault.
Awesome.
That is fantastic.
That is good stuff.
That's
great
funny.
Listeners.
That's true. I only gave herpes to a couple of people. Just a few fat chicks, that's all. And
they didn't mind.
No, I'm sure. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I mean, he's the president. At least you could say, yeah, I got herpes from the president of the United States.
Okay.
Wear that like a badge of honor. From Putin on a Ritz, first time in history, we can save the human race by lying in front of the TV and doing nothing. Let's not screw this up. I like that.
Yeah, what did he say? We were meant for this time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely meant for this time. So are we just we're going to roll over and play dead for this, I think. I think we're just going to
as long as we have streaming in our homes.
What if that shuts down? They're already talking about the internet being so used. Such an increase in traffic and usage that it could overload the internet.
No.
That will not stand. That won't stand.
Then what are you going to do?
That won't stand.
Yeah,
people will riot.
We will. I will lead the charge. Yeah. What was it? Internet traffic in Italy up 70%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Man, can you imagine if this had happened before there was in-home streaming?
We'd be killing each other already. We'd be killing each other. If it goes, and there's predictions that it might go 18 months. If it goes 18 months, people are going to go nuts. I don't know that Americans stand for that.
I don't think so. I
don't know what we do about it, but we're not going to stay sheltered in place for 18 months. You can't.
You're not going to tell us we can't travel, we can't do this, we can't do that. We just won't do it. It's just not America.
Yeah. The first thing I'm doing is I'm getting some friends together. We're going over to NFL players' houses, and we're going to force them to go and play games. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Did you see Sean Payton, head coach of the New Orleans Saints, has coronavirus? Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I was watching the news break about Sean Payton, and they were talking about the NFL season. Is it going to start on time and all of those things? Are they going to have training camp? They're certainly not having anything now. During this free agency period, nobody can even visit the team that's, paying them outrageous sums of money to come play for them. So nobody can have in-person contact right now. Are we going to be able to really wrap this thing up by fall?
Yes.
I kind of have my doubts.
Whoa.
To where a football season would be played. Because, first of all, you have to not only stop the increase, I think it's got to be in decline, and there's no sign of that happening yet.
Yeah, and the numbers spiked overnight, I assume because the testing is now more widely available.
Yeah, get this number.
Mm-hmm. You got it, 14,250 cases now.
It's even more than that, according to this website. 14,336.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. 14,000 in the United States now. Already.
And what's the death number in the U.S. now?
217.
217, yeah. Well, that's, man. I mean, so we started the week at, was it 4,600? Maybe 5,000. Was it less than that?
Hang on, I'll tell you in a second. Keep talking.
Yeah, on Monday. Because we've about tripled or more this week alone.
But that's what's expected, right? We can't. I know that it's really kind of scary to see the numbers go up so fast, but it was expected with having the testing.
Yeah, the testing coming online is going to make those numbers go up a lot. I think they're going to go up exponentially, as Biden would say.
Increasing exponentially. Top 1% and 2% have done exponentially better. Well, corporate profit has been up over exponentially.
Yeah.
Our profits are coming up exponentially. It's going to be up exponentially.
That guy could be president of the United States.
No, he can't. No, he can't. No, he can't.
Nobody even paid attention to the primaries this week. I mean, I barely even noted it.
Yeah.
He won all three that were held, and he won them by a lot in each case. And I don't know how or why Bernie Sanders continues to hang in there, but he is. And he swears he's not contemplating, although they said he was going to reassess. That usually means I'm getting out. But he's not so far anyway. And he got a little testy with people who were asking him about it. I've got a global crisis to deal with. You're dealing with it? What are you doing with it?
Not so fast, my friend.
Right. I'm sorry, we're not there, and we're not ever going to be there where you're dealing with this crisis. Thank you very much. Just step aside, move along. Nothing to see here. So we're going to have a real test when all of these orders to stay home spread across the country. Well, we already have it in California. Where were the other places? New York, I think, is. Are they sheltering? I think you can still go to the grocery store. You can still go to. You can go to work in some cases, right?
You can still go places that they say is okay. So don't worry about it. That's fine. That's fine.
So as long as they have a list of places we can go, we should shut our fat mouths about it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pennsylvania getting on board with that as well.
Good. Yay! Okay. Who else? Come on.
In Pennsylvania,
step up here.
If you're not a life-sustaining business, You got to shut down.
Is media life-sustaining? Because in most places where they're saying essential only, media is included in that. But I don't think we sustain life necessarily.
Okay, someone called Greg Abbott.
Yeah, Greg, Pat Gray here. Am I life-sustaining, in your opinion?
Oh, we really appreciate what you guys do. And,
yeah,
we wish we could use you more,
but
no.
we can't. No, you're not you can't go to work. This is happening quickly, so we should probably get our homes set up to be able to do this at home. We talked about it yesterday, and then I thought, we'll get to that. Well, then all of a sudden, already California is telling people what to do and where to go and what they can do with their lives. So it'll happen here.
When these numbers start cranking up, it will happen fast.
Yeah, can you imagine when it doubles again next week and it's 30,000 or whatever?
It might be
that might happen by
end of the weekend. Yeah, exactly my thoughts, man.
It might. So again, everybody okay with it? Do we just comply? I'm going to comply with that. Thank you, sir. May I have another? And maybe it's the right thing. Maybe I'm I don't know, too.
You're old school. You like freedom?
Maybe I'm too committed to freedom. I don't know.
It is the right thing for now. The real question, and we've asked it, a couple of times already, is for how long?
Yeah.
For how long? Because there's got to be an end date. There has to be.
I'm just not convinced that it's the right thing for now. I'm not convinced that it's okay to just tell people to close their business. Sorry, you're not going to work.
I know.
You can't open your business. Your livelihood's over. Yeah, sorry about your business closing, but whatever.
You can leave your business open, but nobody else can go out, so nobody will be there. So
crazy.
You decide.
It's crazy. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let's go to Naomi in Pennsylvania. Naomi, hi, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, good morning, guys. And
morning.
Jesse, it is not Naomi Campbell or Naomi Watts.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, you guys were just talking about Pennsylvania, so obviously that's where I'm from. But yeah, like, at what point are we going to say that, this is the Constitution? We're not just going to do, you know what I mean? But but at the same time, we try to do the right thing, like you said, and stay inside and not potentially spread. And then you go and you feel guilty for going out to the grocery store, but look at aerial shots of Clearwater Beach 3 days ago, and it's just packed full of people on spring break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a little scary. When these guys get home, how much spreading are they going to do to everybody back home? But
probably a lot.
Yeah,
probably a lot.
So wait, Naomi, you live in Pennsylvania. Are you part of a life-sustaining business?
Well, I actually work from home, so I'm okay either way. But yes, I work for a bottled water manufacturing company, so I'm pretty sure that
we have to have that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're going to fare pretty well on the other side of this as a company. But yeah, I do worry about other people. So it's a really difficult thing. So
it really is. Thanks a lot, Naomi. Appreciate it. Yeah, bottled water in my life is absolutely essential. I can't live without it because I'm not drinking from the tap. So
you'll die of thirst before
I'll die of thirst before
stick your hand out of the tap. There?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, Naomi's in an essential business. Plus, they got to be doing really well right now.
Yeah, I bet.
Bottled water, toilet paper manufacturers.
Man.
They got to be, the people who make bread, they're all doing really, really nicely.
With the stock market tanking and stuff like that, I wonder how Procter & Gamble stock is doing.
Yeah, and look into Wonder Bread. Let's see if their stock is skyrocketing. Right. All right, 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Coming up in a few minutes here, we're going to show you how to wash your hands because I know you don't know. And we're going to help you with that. There's a video out that shows you how you can wash your hands. Too bad we didn't have this, I don't know, when we were 2 or 3.
Procter & Gamble, by the way, up in the last week.
What a surprise. Got some tweets here from Nick in Illinois. That's Nick calls, does impressions, plays guitar, talented guy. Yeah. Says, hey, I'd like you guys to put out a prayer request for me on the air. I need as many as possible. Got diagnosed with sarcoma today in my jaw. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
We don't know much more than that at the moment. I also got laid off from my dream job because of the coronavirus. Not a great week for Nick from Illinois, I would say. So, let's send out prayers for Nick in Illinois as well as...
Nick, we're thinking about you, man.
Wow, definitely.
I mean, that's cancer.
We'll be praying for you. Just like Jules. We got Jules in our prayers, and now Nick in Illinois. And many others, I'm sure, that are in your life as well that need the help. It's a tough time right now. 888-900-3393. 00 Snoobs tweets. It's a perfect place to go right after that. To 00 Snoobs.
It's a good transition.
How can police say they're not going to arrest people for crimes and at the same time threaten to arrest business owners and restaurants for being open?
I know.
Commit a crime? Good. Run a business? Bad. That's sort of where we are right now. Sure feels like it anyway.
Yeah.
Bob Loblaw tweets, never thought I'd say this, but can we go back to 2019 for a little while?
Right.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. It's like, geez. I mean, I knew it was going to be worse. I didn't think it'd be this much worse.
Yeah, we're sorry for all the bad things we said about you. Please come back.
You were such a good time, 2019.
Yeah, little did we know. I tell you.
All we had to worry about were, pronouns and stuff.
Quick point of privilege.
Yeah, go ahead.
Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes. Sure.
Point of personal privilege?
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm happy with that right now. I'd be thrilled just to not use gendered language.
I mean, weren't those simpler times where all we had to worry about was, like what dudes waiting in the bathroom for our daughters?
Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Man, those were
good times. Good times.
I help me.
Have we been Overton windowed or what?
We have. Yes, we have.
We seriously would pine for those times right now. I am pining for those times. From Jeffy's Missing OEA, honestly, I think if the feds want to give assistance to workers affected by this, the employer should file for the employees affected and get reimbursed for paying the employees. Okay? Rants out loud, the left isn't trying to limit your freedoms. It's for your own good.
Yep.
They had to quickly react to the outbreak because they were busy impeaching a duly elected president over a phone call. Yeah, you forget that sometimes. They were very busy. The other fat guy tweets, so they will arrest you for gathering, but not for burglary.
Yep.
Right? Yep, you're getting it. You're getting it now. Mm-hmm. Time change tired M. My 4-year-old just said she gobbles up lots of milk. I guess the gobble down controversy is settled. Yes, thank you.
Maybe. I don't know. There's more evidence still.
Is there now? From Jason. My dad solved the gobble debate for you. Dogs gobble up because when they eat, their stomach is above their bowl. The food moves up. People gobble down because when we eat, food moves down to the stomach.
See?
Okay, there.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
I'm okay, and it works perfectly for the commercial.
Thank you, Rough Greens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tagged them on a tweet yesterday, so they were grateful for the clarification from our listeners. So there you go.
We got to play that Biden video that we didn't get to yesterday because it is astounding. At the end of his speech the other day, he was really on fire. And here's what happened when Jill had to come retrieve him.
We have to step up and care for one another.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all.
Thank you
all for listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Serious Joe.
Okay.
Hello. Stop staring at me. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
Thanks.
Sure. Thanks. Yeah.
That's
Thanks.
weird.
You okay, Joe?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You're okay. Yeah.
Oh, you're on camera.
So.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye now. What is
so
that?
Weird.
He's out of it.
Oh.
He is out too
What do you mean? Oh, he is.
I mean, I know that he's out of it, but he's at the end of a speech with no one there.
And he doesn't know what the hell to do with himself. Just walk off. Go. Jill has to come get him.
Well, then she realizes, oh, wait.
Maybe
I shouldn't.
Maybe this looks really bad because now it looks like I have to come get him. Well, you do. And we should all know that. Thank you.
Yeah. I think what was weird was the kiss. Can we
it was.
see the kiss again?
It was like Michael Jackson
she
and Lisa Marie
him,
Presley.
And then he's just like, yes, kiss me. Watch this. Play this again, please. Watch this. All right, yeah.
The second one.
Watch this. Oh, hey. Nope. Social distancing.
Just wanted to smell him that second time.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So, all right, I'm going to leave, Jill says, and then...
Go!
Okay, I want to see it from the top, from the very beginning.
I know.
This is total complete weirdness.
It is
weird. Yeah, it is.
We have to step up and care for one another.
Whisper, Joe.
Thank you all. Thank you all for listening.
Okay.
You.
Now, would you just leave? Or she comes, gets him.
Yep. Almost 5 seconds before she gets there.
Then the awkward kiss and sniff.
Thanks.
Kiss and
thanks.
sniff.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Beat it, Jill. Now, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to go too.
Because he's got to know when she's up there. Now it's time to leave.
That's crazy.
Did he think that she was going to come up and greet him, and then it's time to keep staring at the camera still?
Or maybe you go back to the speech after you've already wrapped it up. I don't know what he's going to do there.
Maybe he forgot that he had finished the speech, quite honestly. And that wasn't the only awkward moment from world leaders at a podium this week. Can we play the
Justin Trudeau?
Justin Trudeau, what a freak. Watch this guy.
This guy is weird.
Just before we get to questions, I'm supposed to model healthy behavior. I'm going to go grab my coat, and I'll be right back.
Wait, no. What? Get back here. He goes into his house, finds his coat. Where did I leave it? Oh, there it is in the dining room. Okay. Comes back outside.
That's bizarre.
Puts it on. Now I can do
nice
my
and sunny, but a little brisk.
Okay, well then. What a wuss. Complete opposite of what Reagan would have done. Reagan would have stood out there and been cold. Didn't care.
That's right.
He's tough. As far as Justin Trudeau goes, the opposite of tough.
By the way, Canada has also closed their border. So I guess they're a bunch of haters, too.
Mm-hmm.
They closed their southern border.
Whoa.
Right. That's right. And it's interesting that we have so far closed our northern border. But for whatever reason, we can't do anything with the southern border. Well, I guess we're just going to leave it.
I love how we're talking with Mexico about the best way to handle traffic going across the... Just shut it down. I don't understand. Like literally...
Shut it down like you did the northern border.
It makes no sense, man.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so when are we going to start getting our checks? White House's coronavirus stimulus plan could see every American. Now, that's not what I've been hearing. I've been hearing it's 75,000 and under.
Well, it's changing. It's changing on the hour, every hour, quite frankly.
So every American could get $2,000 checks from the government within 9 weeks.
2 $1,000 checks.
That's according to Steve Mnuchin.
Mm-hmm. And then $500 for each kid. Now, that was earlier in the day.
$500 per kid.
That was earlier in the day. Later in the day, then McConnell...
We're going to get more than that?
Throws out... No.
Less than that?
Yeah. No, not less than that. Just different criteria. Who's going to get them? Like people that... just taxpayers... And then it became the $75,000 threshold, and then it became, people that are actually getting laid off right now.
Should be that.
There's
That's
all
what it should
sorts
be.
of stuff out there right now, and nothing's been settled on.
Give most of us a tax break. Give those who have lost their jobs the $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever it is. For those of us who still have jobs, we don't need free money, and which isn't free, by the way.
Don't say, I'll say all of it.
Wouldn't you rather have I'd rather have a tax break. I'd rather have a federal tax holiday. So no income tax, no gas tax from the federal government at all. For as long as this lasts. Not and a check. No.
And a check.
No.
No, of course.
Yeah. It just makes sense, right?
It does.
It's not that hard. This is an unprecedented situation, they said, where, for good reason, the government has instructed major parts of the economy to close down so that we can win this fight against the virus. While we're doing that, we understand there are impacts on hardworking Americans, and the president is determined to support them.
Impacts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're closing down. I mean, automakers are shutting down. They're thinking about stopping jets, halting stock trading, telling people to shelter in place. Yeah, that's a little bit of an impact.
Yeah, it's an impact. It's an impact, all right. And again, the longer this goes on, the less understanding we're going to be. And I don't know what we're going to do about it. But we've already accepted all of this government intervention and all these governmental demands. So now they expect us to just comply. It's going to be ugly if we don't comply at some point during this nightmare. 888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The drug situation is also getting scary. The spread of the virus is becoming really concerning here in the United States, with over 14,000 now infected and 217 dead. Is there a way to prevent this? Yes. Stay away from each other and wash your hands.
And don't eat bat.
Okay. Or snakes, I guess. And, stuff you find dead on the side of the road is probably not a good idea to take home
kind
and
of
eat.
A broad term.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
So anything you find dead on the side of the road.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say anything you find dead on the side of the road, don't take it home and eat
being
it.
from the South, okay. I'm going to have to take that into consideration going forward.
All right, you think about it now. But we do have some helpful instructions for you. This is from the WHO.
Oh, the World Health.
How you can do something called wash your hands.
Okay.
Here it is.
How to hand wash with soap and water.
Okay.
Hand washing should take you about 1 minute. Use a timer or count from 1 to 10 in each of the following steps.
All right.
Wet hands with water and apply enough soap to cover all surfaces of the hands.
Okay.
Let the water run smoothly to avoid touching the tap later on.
Okay.
Rub hands palm to palm to obtain a good quantity of foam. Then rub right palm over the back of left hand with interlaced fingers.
I see.
And vice versa.
All right.
What are we doing, surgery?
Rub again palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Rub the back of your fingers to opposing palms with fingers interlocked, repeating this action.
That's a step I've never taken in my life right there.
Ow.
Rub rotationally.
There's another one
left
coming up here that
in right
this
palm,
one I've never done
and vice
either.
versa.
Wow.
Okay. Twist your thumbs.
To clean the tips of the fingers,
Clean
rub
off.
rotationally backwards and forwards with clasped fingers of
Are your
right
hands
hand in
paying
left palm
extra for
and vice
this
versa.
procedure?
Rinse hands thoroughly.
A lot going on there.
Water.
Now here's a key step.
Okay.
Dry hands thoroughly with a single-use towel.
Right.
If the tap is not elbow operated, use this towel to turn off the tap without touching it directly.
There you go.
Yeah. See, you missed that step when we did our video.
Right.
Uh-huh.
From the WHO. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
That's
it is
a waste
different
of
than
a lot of water.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
There was a lot going on with those fingers in between, and then you do the fist in the palm. What? And you're doing each finger in the. I don't think so. I mean, unless I'm getting paid for this. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's almost one of my sites.
There, right? You almost had to. I felt dirty watching that hand washing video. So
And
what is
that's a long time. A minute doesn't sound like a long time, but when you're standing there at the sink with people backed up behind you, that's a long time.
I'm going to start needing TVs at the sink if I'm expected to stand there that long.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
You like this idea, right? You like this mirror with the TV on there? Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the Google Doodle thing today, though?
The same thing. It was the same exact, it was a hand washing video. So when you go to the Google Doodle of the day, there's a guy in looks like he's got a bow tie and a regular tie on.
He's got a lot going on there.
Yeah, he does.
That's weird.
And when you click on it, it goes into this video of him washing his hands. And it's the same steps, the WHO.
Oh, okay, good. So they're on the same page.
And this is from, we're also recognizing Ignaz Semmelweis.
Who is Ignaz Semmelweis?
Well, he was a guy who was huge in the industry of sanitizing your hands.
Wow, your knowledge of Ignaz Semmelweis just flows.
Yeah, it's extensive. I know you're pretending that you don't know.
Yes.
By asking.
Yeah, just for like the listener that is too embarrassed to ask and tweet about,
None of our listeners are ignorant as to Ignaz Semmelweis. Come on.
That Hungarian physician and scientist of German ancestry.
Of German ancestry, yeah.
Now known as an early pioneer of antiseptic procedures.
That's him.
Yeah, that's the one?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe you were talking about the Ignaz Semmelweis of the NBA.
No, that's his great-great-great-grandson.
I see.
Yeah. Oh. So Ignaz can hit the three from just about anywhere on the floor, but his great-great-grandfather was a pioneer in hand washing.
Boy, the Minnesota Timberwolves are lucky to have him.
They are.
From behind the arc.
Yeah, they really are. I love it when there were crowds,
back in the day,
started chanting Ignaz, and the other side would chant Semmelweis. Man, I got chills.
Yeah. Boy, I miss those days. 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Nog.
Naz. I mean, I know you're pretending.
You're talking about somebody
Jeffy,
else. You're talking about the guy that plays in the CBA. Right. Okay.
Right.
Different one. Is there still a CBA?
No.
Oh.
I think
you talk about those.
Been replaced by the D League.
Yeah. We're talking about sports.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about if sports is going to come back. Okay. If sports comes back, letting the crowds back in. Are we letting 90,000 or 110,000 people elbow to elbow?
No, I don't. I mean, unless it goes completely away by September, you can't. You can't.
You can't.
And they won't. I know they won't. They're going to say, well, we're going to delay the start of the NFL season as well. Because we don't want the players to get it. I mean, already a major NFL coach has gotten this stupid disease. Sean Payton from the Saints. I don't know where he picked it up. Nobody says. I don't know if he went to Mardi Gras festivities and got it there. Who knows? But
might have.
Yeah. Very weird situation. I think it's going to be tough to get the NFL season played, especially starting on time. I don't know.
I won't have this reality talk, man. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm sorry.
888-900-3393. More Packer Unleashed. Coming up. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. And we have Jeffy sheltering in place from home because authorities all decided that he's got way too many diseases doing battle in his body. We don't know what. When you combine that with coronavirus, we don't know what's going to happen. He could simply explode.
I will tell you what's going to end up kicking coronavirus to the curb and getting the technology we need to defeat this is going to be one Amber Fisher.
Yeah.
Because she's not going to take having to have Jeff Fisher around all the time, 24/7, 365. She's going to lead the charge. She's going to make something happen.
Oh, by the way, can we play the open again? I forgot something very important. I can't believe it. I mean, it hasn't been canceled. So far, Governor Abbott has not ordered that we stop doing this. But play the open again, if you can.
Wow, that
doesn't sound like an open. But
did we changed our opening theme?
A little bit different. There it is.
I kind of liked it for a second there. I'm digging it.
Pat Gray is here.
Yeah.
On the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
There we go. Everything else in the world is so weird. We got to get that in at least. At least that has to.
So if you broadcast from home, are you going to be able to take Paul Harvey and everybody else with you?
Yes.
Good.
I'm just hoping we don't have to do that because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Jeffy, you having fun doing that from home? Isn't that great?
Yes.
Yeah, it's great from home, right?
Oh, man. Oh,
that's what I'm worried about. I'll never want to come back to work if we do this at home. That's why I'm resistant to it.
I'm looking forward to broadcasting from your house. I'll finally get there, and it'll be awesome.
Except for you got social distancing involved here, and so we can't do it that way. We've already been instructed. You have to be at your house, me at mine. So.
Well, that's no fun.
I know. Dang it.
I live so far out, I don't even have internet, so I don't know how I would do this. All right, well, we'll see what happens.
Right. Yep.
I mean, the world changes every hour, so who knows by this time
Even
next
less.
week.
Even less than that. It's going fast right now. We are losing freedoms at an unbelievable pace.
Mm-hmm.
At warp speed, we're losing our freedom. And, well, I don't care. I got nothing. You know what? They can monitor me just like they're doing in South Korea. I'm not doing anything wrong.
But
I don't
we always get those freedoms back. We just give them up for a short period of time, Pat. You're overreacting.
Yeah. You could always trust the government.
Always.
To give back what they've taken.
Just a temporary.
That's what I like about it.
I mean, do you want to stop the virus or not, Pat?
No, I do. I
do
want people to die.
Do you? Because it sounds like you'd rather have freedom than health. Huh. Goodness. This doesn't end well.
No, I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Jeffy, you're already in it. You're soaking in it now.
Yeah, I am soaking in it. I was thinking about what numbers. We talked a little bit earlier about where the breaking point is. How far do we the sheep get pushed?
Yeah.
Before we start pushing back. I mean, already this flu season,
mm-hmm.
just the flu. According to the latest story a week ago, 22,000 deaths. And that's the flu. We don't care, and we don't care about the flu.
Well, we don't. We've never cared about the flu. We've never talked about the flu.
Right. So, what number with Corona or COVID-19 before we say, okay, enough is enough?
Well, like you said, 22,000 have died so far this season. It's going to be much more than that from the flu.
From the flu.
217 have died from this virus. And look at us. We're almost in a police state now. We've got municipalities talking about martial law. California's been talking about martial law. Now, that seems preposterous a week ago, but now they've already told people you have to stay home. You have to stay home.
Can't open your business.
Right.
Your business.
Right.
Nope.
Only if you're essential to life-giving services can you even go to work.
Right.
Wow.
And unless you're a sewer worker with a yellow vest walking the streets to make sure everybody is staying in their home, you're the only person that gets to go out. That's it.
And I love the fact that they've got those city employees who, have not been trained in any sort of security measures, going out and policing neighborhoods, telling people to get back in their house. Are you going to listen to that as a citizen? I'm not.
No.
Wait a minute. Who are you and where do you get your authority? Well, I've been deputized by the mayor. Can the mayor deputize people? Because I thought that was a sheriff's responsibility.
Good for you.
That's really cool that you went from a crosswalk guardian to telling people to get back in their homes.
You know what? Hold on.
That's awesome.
I don't know that you have these laying around your house, but it would be fun if that happened to you and someone was on your front step claiming to be deputized. You close the door and say, hold on, I've got something I need to give you then. You close the door, you go in, you find one of those little Cracker Jack sheriff deputies stars, badges. You take them back to her and say, well, you need to wear this around. Because the people are not going to react kindly to having these individuals policing them and telling them, not only have you lost your freedoms, but I'm here, this pencil neck geek that last week was pushing papers down at City Hall, making sure that you aren't violating these
orders. And how do
orders.
we know people aren't abusing that and aren't really even city employees? They've just, they're doing some scam. They're running some scam and showing up at people's houses. Don't tell me that's not going to happen, because it will.
It already is.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it
already is.
How do I know you're an official pencil pusher at the City Hall? I don't even know that. You have that kind of authority. So, yeah, this could get ugly. It could get ugly fast. I hope and pray it doesn't, but it certainly could. But if we could just hang on till April 6th, we get that big check from the government, which I love that.
What are you going to spend it on?
Gosh, candy. mostly just candy. Yeah.
Jeffy, what are you going to spend it on?
I got to get a year's supply of candy, and I'm going to use that $1,000 to do it.
I'm all for the candy. I'm good with that.
Yeah?
Candy and ice cream.
Ooh, I got lucky there. I was afraid how you were going to answer that after I started to ask.
No, it's all fine. Plus, good news though. There's good news out there. I mean, the Hallmark Channel is going to start streaming Christmas movies this weekend.
Okay, all right.
That's too weird.
You
I
guys.
feel weird enough without Christmas in March. I can't do it.
Now we got a movement to have people hang up their Christmas lights now.
So you say
Not
I
doing
can't
it.
do this, but you're watching this weekend. You
No,
know
I'm
you
not doing it. I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
You know you are.
No,
Yes, you are.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, I can't wait for this discussion next week. I'm with you, Jeffy. I bet he gives in and watches something.
Absolutely, 100%.
He's thinking about it right now.
But we should all be watching The View because they have this stuff down.
Okay.
We need the guidance of Whoopi Goldberg in our lives right now more than ever. And yesterday,
have you ever said that before in your life?
I can't tell you how many times. Because it's none, but but here she is talking about our president. She loves him. She really does.
Did come from China, so I think it's a very accurate term. But no, I didn't appreciate the fact that China was saying that our military gave it to them. Our military did not give it to anybody.
I mean, clearly he's trying to pin the blame on China, but I don't recall hearing China say the military gave it to them. I remember
Pause it for a
lots of
second.
people trying
Pause.
to-
Maybe you should pick up a newspaper, dummy. I don't recall that China that the military. They just did that last week and the week before.
Yeah, that was a prominent Chinese diplomat saying that. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry you're not informed, but yes, that's exactly what they've been doing. Look it up, Whoopi.
She's at home. There's no way she could do that.
All right, let's see the rest of this. Jeez.
I mean, clearly he's trying to pin the blame on China, but I don't recall hearing China say the military gave it to them. All I remember is seeing lots of people trying to quell this pandemic. Am I crazy?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, you are.
I'm
crazy and you're
I
wrong.
was uncomfortable, and I remain uncomfortable, Whoopi, when they're saying, this is the Chinese virus.
I can't take
this
it.
is the Wuhan virus.
I can't take it. What is uncomfortable about that? Why should this be any different than any disease that we've already named after the region it came from or the region that was hit hardest by the disease? We do this almost every time. You ever heard of the West Nile virus? It came from the West Nile in Africa. Have you ever heard of Ebola, which came from a river in Africa? Spanish flu, German measles. I mean, just what do you mean you're uncomfortable with it? That's where it came from. What's the big deal? How does that have anything to do with discrimination of Asian people? This is just so asinine.
Well, she knows who to blame, though. That's
good.
You might be done with this clip, but how about the next one there,
Yeah.
where she pins the blame accurately on
Calling it the Chinese virus, that's politicizing it by title. So I think we need to
I don't know who
stay
you
on
are,
calling
but-
it what it is. It's the coronavirus or
Shut up.
COVID-19,
Gosh,
and
darn it.
stay
Shut up.
with fact.
Yeah, the fact
And,
is it came from China.
As we've seen, people start punching people, Asian folks out.
Yes.
They, will attack. So we need
Pause
to
it for a
stop
second. Okay. So she hasn't seen the Chinese officials blame us.
Right.
But she has seen Chinese people being punched out
Yeah.
over the fact that the virus came from there. That one I've missed. All right, let's see the rest.
Why don't you get a newspaper?
start punching people, Asian folks out.
Yeah,
They, will attack. So we need to stop calling it or labeling it like it's they did it to us. Mother Nature really.
Mother Nature.
Oh, Mother Nature. did
Mother
it.
Nature.
Mother Nature.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But wait a minute, we can control the weather and the climate. Is that right?
Yes.
But we can't control the
No.
I'm trying to figure this out. So
Right.
Mother Nature responsible for viruses, but not for weather.
Not for weather. We're responsible for the climate. Yeah.
got
But
it.
Mother Nature is responsible for
I'm
this
so
virus.
angry right now. I think I'm going to go and punch an Asian person out. What in the world?
I'm just so bored with doing that right now. I've done it way too much. I'm thinking of going after like Russians now.
Russians?
Yeah, of course, Russians are in Asia too. So,
Okay,
but
well.
part of them are in Europe, and so I think I'm going to start punching out Russians who encompass both Asia and Europe.
Let's go after French too. I mean,
yes.
they're just really
The
aggravating.
surrender monkeys.
right? I can't take that.
Yeah, I don't
as
like
long as we're going around punching
Don't like
random
'em.
people.
If I could leave the house, I would drive around looking for any kind of foreigner and just punch it
Yeah.
out. But I can't leave the house, so
Shoot. right. When you can, we're going to go look for Canadians.
Yeah, we'll do it together, and we'll just beat people mercilessly, whoever we see. I mean, I don't even know where they came from. I'm just going to start beating people. That's what Americans do.
That's
right?
what we do.
When we get pissed off about something, we just start randomly beating people.
You know what bothers me? It's people that live right here in Irving, Texas.
Yeah.
I'm going to just go out on the street and just start randomly punching people
It's
from
the most
Irving.
diverse city in America, so you should.
Oh,
You should
I
just
see.
start hitting people in the face.
Maybe I can just take care of everyone there.
Yep.
By the way, Judy in Pennsylvania, we are not being serious. We have no intention of punching anyone.
I am so disappointed in you and Mr. Beck for saying that you're going to start punching people in the face just because they're out in the street walking around. They're not from here.
Well, sorry, I'm me.
All right. Yeah, we need to be careful about that because Judy could be listening today
Very
and
impressionable.
taking this entirely serious.
March 1st, 2019, if you'd like to go back and listen to that program.
Oh,
you remember
back when
that year?
things were good.
Remember that year, 2019? Oh, she was so
man.
good.
People were
Loved
so
it.
pleasant, and the world was
Loved that year.
so normal.
Ah.
All we had to worry about were personal pronouns and
Quick point of privilege.
points of
Quick point of
privilege,
personal
personal privilege.
Point of personal privilege.
Right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Give me gendered pronoun guy
Yes.
every day.
Every day, all day. Over
Every
this.
day if it means no coronavirus.
Yes. Yes.
I can't.
Who would have thought we'd be here
I know.
at this particular juncture? All right. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. I mean, how important is your Blaze subscription now? Or just, downloading podcasts wherever podcasts are made available to just listen to this show at your leisure, anytime, day or night. At iTunes, you can get it at Spotify, Stitcher, Google, virtually anywhere, except don't do SoundCloud, please.
Well, you can't, so it's okay.
So, okay.
And later today, my interview with Jeff Fisher is going to drop at the Mike podcast. So be looking for that.
I can't wait to see that.
You can't
Not
listen
the
to it.
Jeff Fisher?
Yeah, the Jeffy who's with us right now. Yeah,
Wow.
I spent an hour talking with him. And boy, he's been scamming since he came out of the womb, man.
No doubt about it.
Get that posted later.
All right, we got some tweets here at Pat Unleashed. Not a cop tweets. Wasn't there something in that old piece of paper we used to be able to find? Something about a freedom of assembly? Wish we could find the stupid thing so we could check that. It sounds familiar, but it seems like that was buried deep inside of that piece of paper. Clear down. You had to go through the First Amendment to find it. That
Really?
freedom of assembly thing.
Really sick of you people complaining. I'll tell you that. You can still assemble.
It's
That's
the First Amendment.
You can still assemble, just no more than 10. So shut up.
Man.
Yeah.
If you have more than 10, we're shutting it down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Scary times.
Don't worry about it. You want to be healthy, don't you? Do you want to die?
Yeah.
Do you want others to die? No.
No.
But I didn't want you to set fire to the Constitution either. So I'm a little torn right now. I'm a little torn.
Really, I'm not a little torn at all. I don't want the Constitution to be set up.
Yeah, me neither.
Don't want that to happen.
But it's happening. We're setting it aside, that's for sure. Have we done it in the past under, emergency circumstances? Yes. Yes, we have. But with people like Abe Lincoln, okay, who is a pretty good guy. Yeah, I'm going to get all kinds of crap from people on this side.
I know.
That's awesome.
All right, forget I said Abraham Lincoln was a good guy.
So awesome.
All right, Steve tweets, Procter & Gamble makes toilet paper and sanitizer. Their stock's going to be worth more than gold. Probably. The Steve 42, 18 months? I can't stay stuck in this house for 18 hours. Yeah, we're not going to last 18 months.
My God.
That can't happen. That just can't happen. Mr. Whipples, TP. With spring beginning and the caterpillars coming out, I'm going to start videoing caterpillar races for entertainment.
Please do that.
Please share them with us when that happens.
And don't
we're going to be hard up for entertainment.
Yeah, at Pat Unleashed on Twitter yesterday.
Any sort of sports action we're hungry for. I watched dogs run around a swimming pool yesterday.
But that was nothing like our awesome paper ball wastebasket basketball game.
Oh, right.
That was an epic clash.
Epic battle.
So that was on the heels of our paper football game. Don't forget, you can go to Twitter @PatUnleashed and watch all the fun. And I made it again.
From Kyle P., don't buy candy. Make liberals' heads explode. Buy an AR-15. I already have one. Well, I did, and then it happened. Lost it in that canoe accident that I had.
That canoe AR.
Yeah, I forget what lake I was on.
And it was the toilet paper. It was the same accident where that happened.
All of it went at the same time.
Bottom of Grapevine Lake.
A year's worth of food supply went down too.
What were you doing transporting all that stuff at the same time?
Well, remember, I was trying to get out to an island, and I was going to live there for a while.
That's right.
And I capsized, and I couldn't do it. Kara32 tweets, before that clip, Whoopi actually referred to the president as you-know-who, just like when Don Jr. was on. She didn't speak his name either. Trump derangement syndrome on overdrive. Yeah, she's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Also, let's see. We got a woman who discovered a bar of soap. The bar of soap she's been using for, I don't know, days?
3 days.
3 days?
Yep.
It's actually a block of cheese.
I'm sorry, what was it?
She was washing her hands
with cheese?
a block of cheese.
What a waste of cheese.
I know. Miley from Vancouver, Washington, thought she was doing her bit to stop the spread of coronavirus by thoroughly washing her hands with a bar of soap. Unfortunately, she instead succeeded in spreading some rather mature-looking cheddar on her hands over the course of several days. Sharing her sorry tale on Reddit, Miley explained how the cheese ended up being mistaken for a bit of soap after it was left out of the fridge following a drunken late-night snack. Waking up the next morning, she assumed that the lump of cheese was the remnants of a bar of soap. She also was keen to stress that she does actually keep a bar of yellow, unscented soap nearby for use, but got the two mixed up.
Well, shoot.
It was a couple days of her saying, why isn't this soap foaming? Yeah, because it's cheese pudding.
I mean, was she drunk for 3 days?
It's cheese. Then I come to realize it was a dried out square of Tillamook sharp cheddar cheese.
Okay.
I was like, I suspect I left it out when I was intoxicated and just forgot. Oh, man. It's an honest mistake anybody could make.
And that'll happen. That'll happen when you keep your cheese and your soap in such close proximity to each other.
Just go ahead and shut the rest of it down. We're done. That's it. Okay.
Hey, Washington State, you want to know why it's spreading so rapidly there? It's because your residents are washing their hands with cheese. By the way, Trisha reached out during one of the breaks there, and can we watch the last 20 seconds or so of the washing your hands video? Because she brings up a good point. Press play on that if you could. Watch this.
Rinse hands thoroughly.
So the lady
with
gets
running
done
water.
washing her hands. Right, okay, and then she's going to go over to the paper towels
Dry
here.
hands
Is she going to use
with a
cheese?
single-use
Is that
towel.
That's what happened there.
The
Use
towel is
cheese.
not elbow operated.
Not
Use
elbow
this towel to
elbow
turn off
operated.
the tap
I don't even know what that
without touching
means.
it directly.
Okay, so here we go. Watch. She's going to turn off
Your
that,
hands are now
throw it away.
and safe.
How did she get out of the bathroom? Trisha wants to know. How did she touch
Maybe
the
it's
handle?
one of those places without a door, you know?
It's a bathroom without a door?
No, they have the opening there. And
No,
like
she came in.
in an airport.
Normal door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you're going to need, maybe she got an extra towel.
Or maybe she's just going to live in there now. She's going to live in that bathroom.
Because, yeah, if you touch the door handle on the way out.
You just negated everything you just did.
Exactly right.
With the cheese.
You
That's
just
what I'm saying.
wasted 1 minute of hand washing.
You'll never get that minute back, lady. You got to go back and do it again. Oh, see, look at that. She comes in. Look, she's touching.
Oh, that's right.
Wait,
There's the
wait,
door right there.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Start that over one more time. I'm sorry. I just want to check out that door one more time. When it opens, look at the bottom of the door. Let's just make sure. Some of these restaurants have a little foot thing. You can use your foot to open the door. Let's just make sure here as it swings open, because this is stuff that really matters. No, she's trapped in there. She will spend eternity in that bathroom. I really hope that Uber Eats shows up soon.
I don't think Uber Eats is going to be in operation. Are they? Are they in operation? Well, yeah, I guess they can.
Yeah,
they
are.
deliver the food. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
So,
Jeffy, did you hear something about they're they're not doing delivery fees anymore or something like that.
Right. Yeah. They're not doing any delivery fees, and Uber and Lyft are not doing any ride sharing anymore. That was the big news with them. So you like in the cities, a lot of times if you have to you take an Uber somewhere, and if somebody wants to go to the same place or close to the same place, you both can share the ride and split the cost.
I mean, you can't do that now.
No more.
The changes in our society after this are going to be stark.
It's catastrophic. I mean, it's again, you survived the virus and not the subsequent depression to come.
Anyway, hey, happy Friday, everybody.
Friday.
All right.
Happy Friday.
Woo! Let's go watch sports together.
Yay! Where we make the apocalypse fun. 888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, I got some tweets here, rants out loud tweets. Ebola Zaire had so many reported incidents of Africans being punched out on the streets because of the virus name. Yeah. From Proud Mr. Graybeard, sorry guys, but there are numerous videos of certain groups of people randomly punching and attacking citizens on the streets of the U.S. What? Like Asians because of the virus?
No way. I haven't seen this.
Never seen it. I've never seen it.
Now, can we just go back to
send us a link if you know of it? Because if there is evidence of that, it needs to stop.
Let's
and they should be called out.
To a simpler
I've never
time.
Seen it.
Let's go to a simpler time in America when we were just randomly punching people on the streets just because. Remember those? Now I remember those videos.
The knockout game they were playing.
Right.
Yeah. But that had nothing to do with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty Princess Stephen Avery tweets, did Whoopi also see those people throwing IV tubing around Asian necks, vaccines being thrown in their faces while their attackers yell, "This is immunity country"?
This is immunity country. Get out.
That's what we have around here is immunity to the disease. Yeah. All right. Well, Richard Engel from NBC News got in on this, too, and he declared that the coronavirus is not the Chinese virus, but here's what he wants it called.
It's easy to scapegoat people, and that is what has always happened when there have been pandemics or epidemics, that foreigners are attacked. Foreigners sometimes physically attacked. If you look at what happened during the Middle Ages, there was lots and lots of scapegoating against an ethnic
Middle Ages. Pause it for a
group.
second. Okay, we're going back to the freaking Middle Ages.
To make his point, right.
Seriously, douche.
Remember all those videos from the Middle Ages of people just beating the crap out of each other? Remember those?
Okay, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, when the swine flu hit, which also came from Asia.
Okay.
Right.
Do you remember all the people being punched out because they brought us the pig disease? Remember all those people that were killed? 60 million people got it. There was none of that. Stop it. Can we stop with this? No. Let's hear the rest of it.
There was lots and lots of scapegoating against an ethnic group or a religious group whenever there were pandemics that affected the society and frightened a lot of people. And China certainly feels that is what is happening now with people calling it the Wuhan flu or the Wuhan virus or the China virus. This is a virus that came from the territory of China, but came from bats. This is a bat virus, not a China virus.
Yeah, we don't even know
it doesn't
that,
speak
actually.
Chinese. It doesn't target Chinese people.
Speak Chinese.
It targets human beings who happen to touch their eyes, nose, or mouth.
I do have more breaking news. The Spanish flu does speak Spanish.
Does it now?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's why it's okay to call it the Spanish flu. Speak Spanish.
But the Chinese flu...
it doesn't speak Chinese.
What language does it speak?
Hungarian. Yeah, it speaks Hungarian.
It needs to be rebranded then.
I know.
So let's start right now. Hungarian flu.
I'm just now learning to speak Ebola, and as soon as I can speak Ebola,
it's out of style now. I tell you what, Ebola needs a better press agent because it really got buried in.
I used to be able to speak German because I had the German measles, but we eradicated it, and I lost the ability to speak it when it was eradicated from my body. Yeah, because I used to be able to speak it when I had it, but not now. Not now. So it's kind of sad.
We're at war with the virus.
Yes, we are. And it's what a war it is.
Comes from bats.
By the way, people are calling 911 now. This is how brilliant people are. They're calling 911 to report that a neighbor has been heard coughing. I'd love to hear that call.
911, what's your emergency, please? Yeah. Hi. I need you to send a SWAT team over here right now. My neighbor just coughed. My neighbor is coughing.
Wow.
I could possibly be infecting the whole building.
You should go to jail for that. You should go to jail for all of these offenses on 911 because you're taking actual emergency services away from somebody who really needs it.
I don't know. Oklahoma City wants you to call 911 if a business has their doors open. So we're conditioning society to make calls like that.
They really said to call 911 for that?
Really?
Rather than your local police department or whatever, you call 911.
Yes. Did I ever send the tweet in there, guys? I don't think I did, actually.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I'll find it right now. It says call 911 if you suspect a business is violating this crowd ordinance thing.
How ridiculous is that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So Oklahoma City is not going to let the crossing guards enforce those rules. They just want people to call them. Okay.
They need to learn from California, don't they?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
You need to call out the mall cops and the crossing guards. Yes. Dummies. You don't get the police involved in that. Those people have been trained. 888-900-3393. I also love this. A group of stars got together. Actually, Gal Gadot, who is Wonder Woman, put together a video of a bunch of celebrities singing Imagine.
Oh.
Of course, they choose to sing Imagine. I mean, being the Communist Manifesto set to music, yeah, that would be the one they choose. But she says that she was inspired by some guy playing his trumpet in Italy on his balcony. And so she just starts singing Imagine, and then she got a bunch of her friends, Zoe Kravitz, Jimmy Fallon, Will Ferrell, Sia, Labyrinth. Those are two people I'm unfamiliar with. I'm sorry. Amy Adams, Mark Ruffalo, who's an absolute communist.
Yeah. Oh, he's a douche.
Oh, man. Natalie,
really bad.
Natalie Portman, Sarah Silverman, Maya Rudolph, Kristen Wiig, and Nora Jones. And here they are singing the Communist Manifesto set to music.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
Oh, that's wow. So isn't that's just so moving, so beautiful.
There were very few highlights there.
There were a couple.
Yeah.
There were a couple highlights.
Well, like what?
A couple of them sang, a note or two pretty good.
Yes. Some of them were actually really good. Yeah. It's just that the song choice and, these are a self-righteous bunch of communists.
Oh, my. It's
and it just
agonizing.
Pisses me off to listen to them sing it. I know they think they're comforting and it's beautiful and we're going to calm the nation down. No, you just pissed me off like you can't believe. That's what you did.
Imagine there's no possessions. How about you step
please?
First?
Yeah. And, I know you'd love for there to be no religion because you animals are out there raping each other all the time and you wish it wasn't illegal. I get it. I know. I know what you're doing. Brother, it's so ridiculous. But wow, that was beautiful though, wasn't it?
Anyway,
tender and beautiful. Yeah.
Just all come together.
And live as one.
As one.
And that's, we're going to all come together because of this virus.
Yes.
And maybe we will. I mean, 9/11 united us for maybe 4 weeks, right? Maybe a month. Maybe this will be the thing that pushes us over the edge and we'll realize when things get back to normal, we'll be so happy that they did that we'll just drop all of our differences and join in a giant circle of love together.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, maybe that will happen. Maybe that will happen.
Yeah. Although, in the meantime, there's some people who are on edge. O.J. Simpson is...
Oh, no.
He's not pleased that some golf courses are closing.
I know, my main man, little wound up.
Their only exercise is playing golf.
Guys.
I kind of understand what the golf courses are doing. I'm not going to criticize them. But, you let guys have their own golf cart. You tell them not to, pull a pin out, I guess. You don't touch the pin. You don't really get that close to one another on a golf course. And I think for some of the older guys that golf is their only exercise, I think it's going to hurt them. if you
I
start
agree.
closing all the golf courses.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, and if you do close them, you better open up some insane asylum. Get me a bed, because I know if I can't play golf for the next month, I'm going to go crazy.
No.
And we know what happens when he goes crazy. We don't want another OJ murder spree to happen, do we?
No.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
The other thing is,
That's so good.
how is he going to find the killer if the golf courses are closed? He's been looking on every golf course on this planet for the true killer.
Has he not covered every golf course yet?
Yeah, but he hasn't been there at the same time as the real killer.
I see.
One day, he will. He'll be there at the same time, and he'll make a citizen's arrest.
And by the way, Oklahoma City police say if you see a business violating the mayor's emergency proclamation, you should call 911.
Wow.
That's the opening line of Oklahoma News 4.
That's crazy.
Story.
That's crazy. That's horrifying. What kind of freak would call 911 to report a business is open? Oh! Shamo! This is America. Businesses should be open. How else are people going to make money, make a living, and support
For the
themselves?
children.
And feed the 12-year-old boy children
Boy,
who
he'd
come
like
over
to
to
be-
my house every week.
He'd like to be self-quarantined with some kids, I bet.
Well, not now. Not now.
No, not now.
So
So we're day 9 without sports. We're losing our minds.
yeah.
Um,
So sports books right now, the people who make a lot of money from people betting on sports. With no sports, what are they making money on? They're having people bet on the weather and other things. They're going to add obscure games from far-flung parts of the world to the wagering menu at William Hill Sportsbooks.
This is getting bad.
And they have to,
Wow.
Right now, I'm just checking the sportsbook page that I'm familiar with. You can bet on a soccer game happening right now. I have no idea where in the world this is, but the name of the teams participating is the Tanjong Pagar versus the Albirex Niigata. So, I mean, that's good. I mean, good odds if you want to go for Tanjong right now. Big payout. Another soccer game. Again, don't know where, but Dynamo Brest versus Smolvetsky. That's a good one. And then, of course,
Dynamo Breasts.
Okay.
It's
Of course, that's what you heard.
BREST, man. I'm sorry.
Breast.
And then we got.
I'm a fan of that team.
Well, you got some. Boy, they're the favorite though, man. The Dynamo Brest.
I bet they are.
So the head of the sports betting site says every day we wake up, we put new stuff up, and it gets wiped out. There's literally almost nothing to bet on right now. With Nevada issuing a statewide edict to close all casinos for 30 days, and a handful of other states attempting to curb the spread of the virus by doing the same thing, a lot of U.S. sports books have temporarily ceased operations.
I bet.
Those like William Hill and MGM are still offering mobile sports betting, and they're having to scour the globe to find live wagers to offer. I wonder if they could have, if we would have given them enough notice, we could have told them about the paper football game we had the other day.
Yeah.
And the waste paper basketball game that we enjoyed yesterday.
Check out those videos at
Could have
Pat
bet on
Unleashed.
those.
At Pat Unleashed on Twitter.
Right.
Some good. They're competitive matches. I'll say that.
You could bet on how long it's going to take Sean Payton to recover from the coronavirus.
Oh gosh.
And who will be the next celebrity to contract the disease? We already know that Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson have it. Who will be the next?
Yeah.
Will there be anybody else? Idris Elba has it too, I guess. So there's a few stars.
Meanwhile, we're pretending there's going to be an NFL season coming up.
Yeah, I know.
And,
I don't know if there is, but
you got that Buccaneers fan not happy.
Somebody's upset that Tom Brady is going to be the
He's gonna
quarterback.
be your quarterback.
The best quarterback of all time is going to be your quarterback for at least a year, and you're upset by that? Yeah, this guy wants Jameis Winston back. Watch this.
I'm so sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all. Let's do it this way, okay? There we go. Let's do it like we do it. There we go.
Dad, it's not the end of the world.
Shut up!
It's raining
Dad,
out there. No. Crap out of here. That's what I'm talking about. It's all about Jameis, baby. All about Jameis. I'm sick of this.
Dad, it's not the end of the world.
It's the end of the world. It is the end of the world.
Y'all are gonna be better with Tom Brady.
He throws all of his Buccaneers stuff outside, and
funny.
But he might be right about something where he claimed it was the end of the world. I mean, he might have gotten that.
It is the end of the world, yes. But at least we're making the end of the world, the apocalypse, fun. So he should be watching, and we'd help him through this.
Yeah.
The Brady thing is going to create a domino effect for Tampa Bay. I think they're going to be really good this year because what's his face? Todd Gurley just left the Rams yesterday. They fired him.
Yep. And
I bet he goes straight to the Bucs.
Nope.
No,
he just landed this morning.
No,
with
he
the
didn't.
Atlanta Falcons.
Oh wow!
So if his knee's healthy, look out.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it just happened.
Everybody was speculating he was going to the Bucs. No, shoot.
Nobody stays healthy when they go to Atlanta, though, so no problem.
I don't like you. I don't like you. Be quiet. Hush.
Also, with all the shortages that are happening as far as equipment and testing and hospital beds, we're getting some help from TV's fictional hospitals who are donating some supplies to actual hospitals.
It's nice of them.
As TV shows are shut down with productions closed and series going into hiatus, medical dramas like Fox's The Resident, NBC's New Amsterdam, and ABC's The Good Doctor, Grey's Anatomy, and its spin-off show Station 19 have decided to donate their surplus medical supplies from sets to real hospitals and locals in need.
Boy, that is
nice.
That's kind of cool.
That's wild.
Wow. What are they going to use? Are they planning to just stop ever filming, or
They have. Oh, well, no, not ever, but I mean, they've shut down production on all these shows, and they've already, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen because these production studios have already, been booked up for months in advance. So I don't know if you just back everybody up or you just say, your show's over, have a nice day. I don't know what they're going to do.
What is, so no TV shows for a while, at least.
I'm going to catch up.
And
on some
no
of the stuff.
new movies for a while. There's not going to be any movies debuting. So because movie theaters are all closed and the production is stopped on all movies, right? So once this ends, we're still not going to have new entertainment for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
I don't like that.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
you'll be watching. You'll be watching Hallmark Christmas movies all weekend. Just 24/7.
Boy, it's a shame these restaurants are closed around here because now I can't take you guys out to lunch like I owe you for the NFL picks. So shoot.
No, we can do takeout. You can
can't,
go pick it up and bring it to us.
Oh, but that's the
right.
spirit of camaraderie. We're all gonna, the four of us, me, you, Stu, Jeffy, we're gonna go out and enjoy ourselves at a nice restaurant. Not too nice. And I was gonna, pay off my bet there. And shoot, I can't do it now.
Yeah, I know that hurts.
It does, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to take you guys out, but I'm just not legally allowed to do that now. Sorry.
No, the crossing guard said so. It's okay.
And you don't want to run afoul of the crossing guard.
Do not.
No, you
or the
do
mall
not.
cops.
The mall cop.
No.
They'll snap you back into order.
Chase me down on
quick
a
as you please.
Segway.
Yeah. Also, the mayor of Baltimore is asking the residents of Baltimore to stop killing each other because the coronavirus is spreading, and we got to stop putting people with gunshot wounds in bed and instead have those beds for people who have coronavirus. This is a real plea to the citizens of Baltimore. This is how bad things are in Baltimore, where, I don't know, they've had Democrat rule for 60 years there.
Yeah.
The city's not doing well. Mayor Jack Young called on residents to stop shooting each other as the rapidly spreading coronavirus threatens to overwhelm hospitals.
We're finally going to get crime under control in Baltimore. It only took a global pandemic.
Wow.
Well, they're not going to do it. He's just asking them.
That's a fair point. You make a fair point there.
Oh, okay. They need those hospital beds, so let's not do any more drive-bys, guys. Okay, we're done, right? We're done.
We're sheltered in place. We can't shoot anybody. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Good luck, Baltimore.
Young addressed the city after a sharp uptick in crime since last Friday, including a mass shooting that left 7 people hospitalized, explaining that the level of violence on display in Baltimore would not be tolerated.
Okay.
All righty.
Got it.
Why have you tolerated it up until now?
Send your deputized city workers over.
Yeah. Okay, that was the last straw. Now we're going to stop this. We're going to stop all shootings.
Yeah.
We can't clog up our hospitals and their beds with people that are being shot senselessly, because we're going to need those beds for people infected with the coronavirus. Yeah. And it could be your mother, your grandmother, or one of your relatives. So take that into consideration.
Yeah, the mayor's just saying we can get back to business as usual here in Baltimore, in our fair city. Just once this passes, then you can get back to
start shooting each other again. But just for a while, if you could stop.
Yeah. Do we have time to play the Cuomo brothers as kids?
Yeah.
Andrew and Fredo, do you want to do that
so.
here? Yeah, can we play that?
Curfew, I don't like the word curfew. Dad tried to have a curfew for me. I never got past the resentment. But
how do they do this,
I
man?
You'll see more tightening if the numbers don't slow.
Your problems with the curfew. It's the least of your problems, just so you know.
I never fight. You violated the curfew all the time. Caused much pain, but that's a different story.
I don't believe in rules. Governor Andrew Cuomo, I appreciate you coming on the show. I love you. I'm proud of what you're doing. I know you're working hard for your state, but no matter how hard you're working, there's always time to call Mom. She wants to hear from you. Just so you know.
Yeah, I called Mom. Just before I came on the show. By the way, she said I was her favorite.
She never said
Good news is she said you were her second favorite. Second favorite son.
No. We both know neither of us are Mom's first or second favorite in the family. I can't believe you're lying to my audience. You've blown the credibility of the entire interview. I should have ended it before.
Second favorite son. Listen to the words. Listen to the words.
Politicians are very tricky. Throw a word in there after the first time you said it. Creates a lot of doubt. But I appreciate you clarifying.
Not me. Straight across the plate.
Stay strong.
Straight across the plate.
Stay strong. Stay for your people. And I appreciate you being here. I love you, brother.
Oh, that's beautiful. Isn't that nice? I don't know how they did the...
I don't know, man.
The young... Because it looks like...
Looks like them as kids in oversized suits.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's funny.
And can we just say, we watch these Andrew Cuomo press conferences.
He's actually been pretty good.
He has.
Since this virus started.
I appreciate him.
And he's been honest about Trump's help in this and his actions that he's taken. And he has complimented him, praised him pretty much daily over the last few days at his news conference.
And that's good to see. That gives us some hope as we're
nice.
plowing ahead with this coronavirus.
So stay safe. Keep your social distance.
Yeah, Baltimore, stop killing each other.
We'll see you Monday.